All right, we're going to talk about a fatality involved a distracted driver. Just a backdrop on the story. Two guys work for a furniture company. That particular morning, they left the LaGrange, Columbus, Georgia area, and I believe they was heading to a location that's east of Macon, Georgia. As they approached this railroad crossing, the driver uh, found out later on he was actually on his cell phone. He struck a railroad crossing and uh, went off the road, and his passenger ended up dying. All right, so that's kind of what we got here. So we're going to zoom in here. We're just going to compare the difference between uh, the results generated through photogrammetry and some of the standard um, or the more common practice of using Google Maps, Google Earth, which you can take measurements from it. But this is pretty much as good as it gets. So first off, I'm just going to zoom in on the area. And so if you look at the mouse, this right here is it was coming, it's traveling on eastbound right here on 9649 connector. And right here, we're just going to zoom in. You can make out the railroad crossing. Um, and even if you zoom in, even with Google Earth Pro, Google Maps, even in pretty bigger cities where they have high resolution, it just eventually this is kind of what you get, and that's really just that's not no good. So we're just going to compare this to what we do here at UAVS. There we go. So you can actually see the difference here. And just compare again. I'll hang on this for too long. You'll see the resolution. Okay. All right. So this right here is what they struck, and there's actually a replica copy right here on the side. Give you an idea of what they hit. And right down through here, you can see where it kind of went off the road, so on and so forth. Hit that. Took out some other stuff in this area, and the vehicle come to a rest in this area. And then over here, you can see the debris. And this is where the tow trucks come in and actually remove the box truck. So pretty useful when it comes to trying to visualize the area. And the good thing about this is actually we can take a lot of measurements from it. All right. So right here, the green line is actually going to be where they left the roadway. And it's like they traveled 149 foot, about 150 foot. Okay, so we've got a couple things going on right here. So we've got this little blue marker. We got two of them. One is going to be annotation. The other one's going to be the inspection. And obviously, this is where the green line ends. And then the red is after the impact. So what we're going to do is actually touch base on this. And this is the point of inspection. And it brings up all the photographs that we've actually highlighted right here. And we've got quite a few here. All right, so one quick thing about this is we can actually export this. So that's a particular area of interest. But we're gonna move along here. All right, so then we've got after impact, and it looks like that is around about 150 foot. Just catastrophic damage. They had to cut the guy out of the vehicle, and so this right here is a. Well, I'm gonna do this right here. All right, so you can see a little bit better here. All right, so this area right here is actually uh, a series of 118 pictures, and basically it's just one big picture, but we can take those measurements from it. Then also what we can do is actually get a elevation profile. Bear with me here. So that by itself is pretty useful, and so we've actually already gotten it. So right here you'll watch this, and you'll see it moving back and forth. I'm gonna say it's about a difference about 8 foot. So that's orthomosaic, which you can take a lot of measurements from it, even by itself, compared to Google Earth, um, Mapbox, any other type of GIS application. The clarity, the definition, the quality that you get is second to none. So that's a pretty useful tool.